Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and if you're new, what's up, what's good with you? My name is Shani, and today I am starting off with no makeup on. I can explain. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my brows using the Desi Perkins Bomb Ass Brow Kit from Benefit. So I was in Ulta one day and I was just looking at this and I kept going back over to the section. I was like, do I really want to try this? This wasn't really on my radar of stuff to review, but it just looks so cute. So I was like, let me just try it out. So I got the shade Deep, and it comes with, let me show y'all. It comes with a brow powder, a clear brow gel, a brow pomade, a pencil with a spoolie on the end for you to do your brows, a brow highlight, and a spoolie and an angle brush attached into one. So that is everything that comes in the brow kit. Really cute. And this retails for $60. I think that's a reasonable price with the stuff that you get, so I'm not really mad at the price of the product because I got a lot of stuff for $60. So if you guys are interested to see how I do my brows using Desi's Bomb Ass Brow Kit, let's just go ahead and get right into this video. Okay, so I'm as close as I could get. I hope y'all can see me clearly. So when I do my brows, I like to start off by grooming them. So I'm just going to brush them up. If y'all see my eye twitching, it does that sometimes, so excuse it. But yeah, I like to start off by just brushing my brows out and then seeing if there's any hairs that I need to get rid of. And there is a little bit of hair, so I'm going to take my tweezers and just pluck away these extra little hairs that need to go away. Now I'm just going in with some cucumber spray from Mario Badescu, just so I can soothe them a little bit and take off the excess oils on my brows. So that is that. Okay, now that my brow is cleaned up, we can start with filling in the brow. So I like to flick the front of my hairs upward because I like them to stand up, and then the ends of my brow, I just like them to lay down, so I brush them like this. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to use is the Foolproof Brow Powder, and I feel like this product is going to be really good for the days that I don't want to do too much to my brows, but I'm just going to show you guys how I'm going to use it to incorporate almost everything into this video so you guys can see Desi's products on my skin tone. So this is the brow product, and I'm going to start off by lining the bottom half of my brow, and I'm using the lighter end to do that. And I'm just going to outline the bottom half of my brow like so. Did I tell y'all the shade? This is in the shade 5. Come to the top of my brow, brush it down, and outline the top part of my brow like so. So when it comes to the top part of my brow, so you guys can kind of understand what I'm seeing in my mind, I start right here, and there's like a point right here, there's a point right here with my arch, and then I connect my arch to my tail. So it's like a 3-point process in my head. If you guys have been watching my videos for a minute, you probably have seen my brow tutorial, and I still use the same technique. So if this looks similar, that is why. I haven't really changed up anything at all. And then I'm going to go through and fill in any sparse spots. And then move over to this brow. So I'm basically just doing the same thing, outlining or underlining the bottom part of my brow, and then come to the top and fill in the top. Now if this was a regular day, I would definitely leave my brows like this because it fills them in enough for me to just go out the door and look like I have full brows. You get what I'm saying? And I like to leave the front part of my brow free of any product because I like to use a pencil there, which brings me to the next thing that I'm going to use on my brows. But if you guys were looking for an everyday product to use that is quick and easy and to the point, I would definitely do the brow powder because it's easy. You really can't mess it up. Okay, moving on to the Precisely My Brow Pencil. I got the shade 5, and I think this is the perfect shade for me. Like, y'all will just see. So like I told y'all earlier, it comes with the product on one end and a spoolie on the other end. I also like how thin the product is because I like using these pencils or a pomade to do the detail work up front, as you guys have heard me say before. Detail work, hair light, flicks, stuff like that. So I'm going to start off by outlining the bottom part of my brow again because I want this brow to be like, I don't know what I'm trying to explain, but I want it to be more precise or more bold. I don't know what I'm trying to say. More bold. There we go. Okay, so like I told y'all earlier, I like to outline the bottom half of my brow. And then for the top part of my brow, there's an imaginary dot right here, a dot right here by my arch, and then an imaginary dot right here to connect it to the tail of my brow. And then I'll just go through and fill in the brow a little bit more. Now I don't want my brows to be really like dark. I probably could have did with a 4, honestly, now that I'm using it on my brow for real, for real. Okay, so I'm going back in with the brow powder just to fill in some more of the sparse spots. Now I'm going to add some flicks to the front half of my brow just to mimic hairs. And I'm going to try not to do this part too harsh, and I just that's a little bit too much product. Okay, so try not to go so heavy-handed up front so that your brow doesn't look like really harsh. So I'm gonna go light-handed up here and just do light flicks to mimic brow hairs. I think this looks really good. I'm gonna go back in with the brow powder right here and just filling in some sparse spots up here. Is it weird that I have to make like faces to make sure my brows don't look weird when I'm making facial expressions? Like I want to make sure they still look good with any facial expression I'm gonna make. If you guys feel like the product is a little too dark, just take your spoolie through the hairs and comb some of the product out, and that will lighten it up a bit. Alright, now I'm taking the 24-hour brow setter to set my brows into place, and I just comb it through the front hair because y'all know I like the front to stand up. Oop, that's too much product. And I really love the comb on this brush. It's a flat brush and it has combs on one end and combs on the other end, which I really like. Alright, now that my brows are done, I like to go under them with concealer and then prime my eyelids with the same concealer. So that's what I'm about to do. And then I'm going to try to use this brow highlight. I'm going to use my NARS foundation in the color New Caledonia D2. And then I'm taking my Too Faced concealer in Chestnut. And we're going to add that in there and make this little cocktail. And the brush that I'm using is from MAC. This is the 242 brush, and I just like how flat it gets, and this is my go-to brush when it comes to doing my brows. If I don't have this brush to do my brows, I'm gonna act like I don't know how to do my brows. So I always use this brush. It always comes in handy. This is the go. So I'm just mixing these two products together, getting it on both sides of the brush and making sure the brush stays flat, and I'm going to carve out these brows. And then once I'm done highlighting my brow with the concealer, I bring the excess concealer down and prime my eyelids with that. Now this part of my makeup is really important because this is kind of like the base to any eye look that I do. So if it's lumpy and bumpy, my eyeshadow isn't going to come out right. So I make sure when I do put anything on my eyelids, it has to be like flawless and smooth. So I make sure to get this part as smooth as possible. I don't pack a whole bunch of product on there because, like I said, this has to be smooth, at least for me. It has to be smooth. If it's not, if it's cracking and looking weird, then I know my eyeshadows are going to look weird. So this part is important, okay? Now on camera this is looking hella light, but I promise you guys it's not, it's really not that light. Okay, so the concealer is on. Now I'm going to take my Real Technique concealer brush to blend the concealer out. I just pat it out to blend all the edges out. Okay, now that the concealer is on, it's smooth, everything is looking good, I'm going to take my Sacha Buttercup setting powder to set this concealer into place. Pour some on the top, and I don't use a lot of powder. I use just enough to set the eyelids, and you want to make sure it's smooth. So if you need to go back in and pat out your creases, definitely do that, because if you end up setting your crease concealer, it's just going to be creased. The powder is not going to smooth it out. Okay, just for the heck of it, I'm going to use the brow highlight to highlight my brow bone. Now, this color, I do feel like they should have more colors and not just this one universal color, because this is not universal. Yeah, me being a brown girl, I would not use this just looking at it, but since I'm doing this video, I'm going to try to use it to see what it do. So I'm just taking it on my brow bone like that, and then I'm going to blend it out. It's really creamy. Okay, I'm just taking this random brush to clean it out. It actually blends out really good. But I still do stick by what I said. These should definitely come in multiple colors, because like just using it now, it looks really good. And I feel like it would look even better if it came in multiple colors to fit a wide range of skin tones. So she's cute and creamy. I'm actually not mad at it. Okay, Benefit. Okay. So now I'm just taking some eyeshadow just to see how it looks with something on my eyelid. Alright, now that you guys can see how it looks with a transition color, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my eye makeup off camera and the rest of my makeup period off camera, and I will be back with my thoughts on the product, okay? Okay. Alright, you guys, so I'm back with a full face of makeup, lashes, face, everything, and y'all, my brows look really good. Even the little brow pencil, brow highlight that I put under my brows, I really like how that looks. Like, I'm not even saying that. I was kind of hesitant putting it on my skin tone because it was basically white. I do feel like there should be more colors when it comes to the brow highlight, because I don't think that's a universal color. I don't think they said it was a universal color, but me being a brown girl, I would not I'm just being honest, I would not go for something like this at all because of how it looks. It's on my skin tone, is basically white. So I definitely think they should have more variety when it comes to these colors. Moving on. Okay, moving on. So the only reason why I didn't use this cream gel brow color with brush, this one right here, is kind of like a brow pomade. The only reason why I didn't use this is because it's basically black, but I definitely think I would have used it if it was a lighter color. Like I said, this is in the color 6, so I think I could get away with getting a 5 at the darkest, and 4 being like my perfect shade, hopefully. So I think I'm going to try to take this back and get a different color, or just order another color, because I definitely want to try this. So to be continued on this product. Brow gel, I love. My brows are still in place, not a hair moved, like, at all. So brow gel is a definite yes for me. And then the brow pencil, this was just bomb. Like, the Precisely My Brow Pencil, I feel like I've heard about this before, but I've never tried it. Actually, have I tried out Benefit products before? I'm not sure. And I got this shade 5. I do think this is more of a bold brow, but if I wanted more of a brow that I can like make bold, I would get a 4. This one I have to be easy when it comes to the pressure that I use, so I definitely think I can get away with getting the 4 instead of the 5. So I might just go back and get the 4 as well and keep this one because I really do like how defined my brows are looking. So this is still a yes for me, even though it's dark. 6, I would not get 6 because 6 is just entirely too dark for me. 5 or 4 is my best bet. And then moving on to the brow powder, let me pull you out. This is the Foolproof Brow Powder, and I absolutely love this. I haven't used powder in a minute, but on those days where I'm just trying to throw something in my brows and do a quick face, like a no makeup day where I just have brows, a little bit of concealer, powder, you know, just a little bit of makeup, I really do think this is going to come in handy like it did today. I used it to fill in my brow a little bit more so that I wouldn't have to go through my whole brow with this pencil because it was on the dark side. So this definitely saved the day mixed with this pencil. And then the last thing I used was the brush that came with the kit, and everybody needs a spoolie, everybody needs an angle brush, and I'm definitely going to be using it. I have so many angle brush and spoolies over here. I could definitely use another one, and this is really cute, like pink and girly. This is right up my alley. So that basically wraps up my thoughts on this bomb ass brow kit from Desi, Perkins, and Benefit. There's definitely something in here for everybody, for the everyday girl, for the girl that wants to be bold, the girl that's really particular when it comes to her brows, which is me. There's just something in here for everybody, and the price isn't bad for what you get in the kit. One more thing so I can give you guys more of a reference as to my skin tone. So in the NYX foundation I wear Mocha. In the Too Faced foundation, this one right here, I wear Cocoa. In the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Rare foundation, I wear the color 550. And the NARS foundation is a little light. I use it to like color correct and highlight up under my eyes. I use the color New Caledonia in the color D2. In the NYX foundation, the Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, I wear the color Cocoa. So if you guys use me as a shade reference, those are my shades. That is my skin tone. So if you go into the store and you're trying to figure out like if it's too dark for you or if I'm darker than you or lighter than you, y'all know my foundation shades, and y'all know that the 6 is entirely too dark for me, the 5 is a bold brow for me, and then a 4 is like everyday brow but you can probably make it bold. But yeah, that is it for this video. I'm done talking guys' heads off. I really hope you guys liked this video. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next upload, which y'all already know the deal. I'm going to be placing it on the screen. Y'all not doing nothing. You might as well just go ahead and binge watch some of my videos and catch up, because I know you probably haven't watched every video on my channel. And if you're not already subscribed, click my face and click the red button and subscribe. And also turn on your bell notification if you guys want to get a notification when I upload a new video. That is it. I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye. Everything was just ringing. So in today's video, I am going to be showing... Oh, I'm ashy. Let me put on some lotion. So in today's video... Okay. So before we get into these bomb ass brows, I'm going to show you guys what comes in your kit. So you get a... Okay. Girl.